Hey Vince, it's Travis here from Pegasus Online. So you asked for some general design notes. And I should probably kind of cap every message with this, which is this is just my feedback. It's absolutely up to you what to do. This is just what my design training in school has taught me. There's a set of rules that people uh, tend to want to follow in order to kind of create a contemporary design that stands up to our modern times and things like that. So the first piece up here is the we already talked about this. This is the Twitter blue. Again, you're borrowing another brand's color, so you're not creating your own brand identity. Uh, so you could create a new color, kind of a separate color off of that. The red is a primary red, which means that it's not a unique red. It's a basic red, kind of a I forget what they call it. Uh, Man, sorry, it's just a basic red, really. And then black. That's a big no-no. You only use black if you really want to create um, a jarring impact, a powerful statement, and then you want your imagery to also reflect that. And you'll notice the old Pegasus site, we're going to be replacing it, used black because those were our brand colors, white, black, and then an accent color. And so that's what we did. And then we also used imagery and things like that to kind of match and meet that feeling. When you look at this black bar here and then these images, they're very light and airy, and then you have these very heavy elements in between. So it feels disjointed, as if it's not all um, kind of created with the same intention for one unified brand. Um, Another note up here is that typically, and it's up to you. I like using all caps, for some points and some ideas and stuff. But uh, it is harder for people to read an all caps a text block. You also lose the waveform, uh, where if you think about any logo, they typically like to have that kind of up and down. That allows people to recognize the letter forms from a distance. If you think about the actual Google text, it's a capital G, lowercase o's, a G with a tail, and that is something people recognize from a distance or up close or wherever. So that's my note there with the all caps. I talked about the images being light. So you're going from light, dark. Actually, it's not even dark, it's black. So you're going light, black, light, black over and over and over again. Another thing is this red over black kind of creates a uh, and I couldn't think of what it was making me think of, but the red and black here makes me think of a black widow. Um, in nature, it tends to be kind of a danger kind of symbolism. So uh, uh, if I were to land on this site, my first impressions would be, this there's something wrong. There's something not happening correct, and that might be what you're going for. Um, but what I would do is maybe select some text that could be read instead of the whole thing, and so use white text with the black background, and then uh, you know uh, maybe change business from Google, or that should be coming to you. That should be read maybe, and then that way you're highlighting a certain segment of text rather than having the whole statement in danger. Ooh, I like this right here. So this right here, blue is a very trustworthy color. So seeing blue with the black background, I think really works well. So there's that. This title up here, it seems really weird that it's centered, and then you have all this text left justified. Typically, when you do that, you would want to left justify your title as well, because the eye doesn't really see what's going on there. And I see that, when you go to mobile, it looks a little better. Ooh, right there on mobile, everything is touching the side here. And that's a tough thing. That's something you definitely want to fix for that. Let me move on. You already talked about how this is pretty busy, and you're going to simplify that. And we talked about this yesterday, introducing green as a new color. And yeah, I think that's it for that. So I did take the liberty of going through and because you were asking about colors. So this is the site I use. It's called coolers.co. And this is how it will look when you enter the site. And basically you just say start the free generator. And what it'll do is put up 5 colors that are randomized. It also has this add here, but you can just ignore that. And the nice thing is, like right off the bat, I'm really liking this charcoal here. And this could be your black. This teal or blue, I'm liking right there. So I'm going to lock those. And then you hit your space bar, and it will give you colors that match, that will work with these. And these would be very, very good brand colors. So I kind of like that lighter version. That's kind of leaning closer to the Twitter. That red's pretty close. And if you want to like dial it in a little more, you can do that. I'm kind of liking that right there. That's kind of cool. So then we'll lock that, and then we just have the last one. I kind of like that clay color, and that's how quick it is. So right there we have a set of brand colors that will all work together. So here are 2 that I came up with. Here's kind of an earthy clay. Here we have a red, and then we have this white that kind of works in the middle, and then we have a kind of a magenta color here, and then we have this darker blue. And then over here we have another blue, white. This is very close to Twitter blue, I think. And then we have this gray, and then a kind of a richer red right there. So that's how this tool works. You can take or leave these if you want, but this is how I create unique colors for unique brands. And if Google free report or freegooglereport.com, if you want it to be a unique brand, something that stands out and is memorable, something that people can trust, and that they would even forward to other people, I'd recommend kind of putting some thought into selecting unique colors to kind of create that unique brand experience for people. So that's my kind of 2 cents there. I think that was it. I did see that one thing with the mobile where it's touching the edge there, but everywhere else it looks okay, just because it's all center justified. And lately that's kind of a big no-no. A lot of people are pushing back against center justified text. I don't know where I am on that yet, but that's kind of the current trend. Everybody's starting to move away from it and starting to go left justified or right justified. And very rarely am I seeing people center justify their content. So just something to think about as you're going through this. Yeah, and I'll be talking to Franklin again this afternoon about the logo, and then about this project as well. So have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.